you all night trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you.
Hi everybody, welcome to My Big Tidy Up. My name's DeDe. Thanks for checking out my channel today. Now today's video, it's all about home organization. In particular, it's my home organization. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I asked on the YouTube community page and my other social medias, what are some things you guys are wanting to see? Are there some videos I haven't made that you're interested in? And you know what I got the most requests for? A home organization tour. Now, a close second was a Q&A, so those of you that are requesting a Q&A, I promise it won't be long and you'll be getting your Q&A. But you know, I got to thinking about that. Home organization tour, they want to see that. It hasn't been that long since I did one. Well, I went back and looked. It's been a while. It has been since March of 2023. Well, then I got curious. I thought, I wonder how many declutters I've done since then. Because you know, when you declutter, then you're going to have to organize. It always follows. So I went back and looked. I have decluttered 19 times since that home organization tour. So friends, you are right. It is time for a home organization tour. And you know, the thing is, that doesn't include any of the My Big Tidy Ups on the go. It's just 19 different areas of places in my home that have been decluttered. So organization has been changed a little bit. So we are going to have a tour today. We're going to start at the top, go all the way down to the bottom. We're going to open the cabinets. There's going to be some good, bad, and the ugly. Some things have stayed the same since the last tour. Some things have changed. And then there are some things that probably do need to change, but we'll talk about that as we see them. I appreciate you joining me. So let's get this tour started and let's get tidy. Okay, friends, let's get this tour started. Right here at the top of the stairs is what I like to call the My Big Tidy Up closet. And I try to keep things organized in here into categories with these labeled totes. Now, I have party supplies up here. Not that I ever really have any parties, but I have gift wrap, gift supplies up here, extra gifts. I keep some craft supplies up here too, the Cricut and anything that goes with that. But truthfully, the main purpose of this closet is to really hold and organize my organizers. Now, I got these racks from Walmart, and the things on the rack, some are gently used, some are brand new, but the racks have really been working really well so I can see everything and keep everything organized. And then up over here in the corner, these are things that are brand new, and a lot of times I take these for when I do a My Big Tidy Up on the go. Now, I do have these drawers, and I have considered getting rid of these drawers, but they are so convenient. In the top drawers, I keep things for recording for YouTube, and at the bottom drawers, I keep wrapping supplies, things like that, paper, tissue paper. But this is the My Big Tidy Up closet, and I do have to come in here every so often and kind of declutter and organize it, but I love it, and I don't see myself changing it. Now, this sitting room is what we call the coffee room because we have our morning coffee in here, and I recently decluttered the cabinet under the window, so there's really nothing in there now except a few books and a CD player, and the end tables are empty, but there is the closet. Now, I used to have so much in here, too many coffee cups, things stored up on the top shelf. All of those things were decluttered, and this is what remains, and this is how I hope to keep it. Next up, a guest room. Now, because there are rooms in the basement that offer more privacy, nobody really stays up in this room. The dresser and the nightstands are all empty, nothing to organize in there. But this closet used to be such a big problem because I would store so many different things in here. It was just a hodgepodge. I'd throw everything in here, and you know, I didn't have to worry about it because nobody would be up here to see it. Well, when I finally got up here to declutter it, I decided I'm going to declutter it and put it in 3 zones. And I did. One zone is the travel zone, one zone is the keepsake zone, and the other zone is for clothes. And I've kept it that way. Now, this bathroom does get used a lot, even though it's not our main bathroom. I did add a couple of liners underneath each sink, and I moved all the cleaning supplies to the side right by the door so I could just grab something quickly as I entered the room. I put all my supplies on a Lazy Susan because they're so convenient, and if it's not convenient, well, I'm less likely to clean something. And one thing I've always tried to do in my bathrooms is keep my cleaning supplies close by so I could just grab them. Well, one thing I failed to do was to keep a cleaning cloth with the supplies. So it would do no good. I'd have all these products and nothing to wipe the product up with. So I've started keeping cleaning cloths in each of my bathrooms, and it works well.
Used to have forever, but you never cared that much. Just tell me why I should give you more than a goodbye, baby. Why you won't tell me why you won't do it again, do it again, do it again. Do it again and we won't end up as friends. Do it again, do it again, do it again. I trusted you once, but I won't.
Well, the last places I want to show you before we head downstairs are the primary bedroom and the primary bathroom. And I will give you a quick random peek at my nightstand drawer, just so you guys know I have been keeping it organized and decluttered for several weeks now, so I am definitely making progress. Now, as far as organization goes in this room, the biggest challenge is the closet. But I have found the best way to keep it organized is to have less in it, so I try to do 4 declutters a year with the change of every season. I keep spring and summer items on the top rack. Fall and winter go on the bottom. I keep mine in color rainbow order, and my husband keeps his organized, well, between blue and black. I also utilize these little drawers for my rolled up t-shirts and my camis, and then up top I have stored my jeans in these clear acrylic containers. They work wonderful. I keep them folded and upright, and I can see everything I've got. Here's where I keep the cleaning products for this bathroom, and this cabinet is a little wonky, but it works. I keep things for a quick cleanup on the top shelf because it's just easier to reach, and for the heavy-duty weekly cleanings, well, I keep those on the bottom. I have the drawers organized with these compartment containers, and I love it. But it has taken a while to get to this place. I had different containers in the beginning, then I had these containers with rubber liners in them, and that didn't work out, and they were so hard to keep clean. So I got rid of the rubber liners, and I haven't looked back. And here is another wonky storage area in this room. I guess I'm just not a big fan of corner cabinets, but it is what it is, and I'm grateful to have the space. But on the top shelf, I usually use this tiered shelving, and I keep all of our shampoo bottles, conditioners, things like that. That way I can see them all. The middle shelf, a Lazy Susan, and this little drawer set is so convenient. And then things that I might not grab for all the time, I try to keep on the bottom. Water closet, nothing to see in there. Now, as far as my vanity goes, I try to keep things sorted and keep like items together. Now, this drawer here, it's kind of my skincare drawer, and I designed that so it might encourage me to take care of my skin a little bit better. Then, as you can see, I've got lotions and different products, and then kind of extra storage here at the bottom for some random miscellaneous things. Now, the vanity mirror is divided up into 3 sections, so it's almost like getting 3 medicine cabinets. Here on the left, I keep samples, and here in the middle, it's the biggest part of the mirror. And on the bottom shelf, I keep all of my contacts. On the middle shelf, it's the supplements, and then at the very top that you can't see, well, that's where I keep all of our prescriptions. Now in these bamboo boxes, I keep my cosmetics, and I just love how it looks in here because I have bamboo touches throughout this entire bathroom. To me, it looks more like decor and not just storage. I love that all of the products are hidden, and no, I can't see what's in there, but I do have it memorized and everything in order. I go from top to bottom, and I keep on moving down the line, and by the time I get to the end, my cosmetics are applied. Now, before I leave the room, I did want to show you another Lazy Susan, and if you're keeping track, I had one in the coffee closet, one in the green bathroom, the double-decker one. I have this bamboo one here for bath products. I'll have one more by the sink as we leave the room, so I think so far that's 5, and we're just getting started.
Something that you do to me. I'm the one with a broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me.
Well, the upstairs part of the tour is done, so I thought I would start down here in the kitchen area and show you a little bit of the coffee bar. Now, as far as the top cabinets, you can see everything that's in there. It's just coffee cups and a few bowls. Now, as far as the bottom cabinets, we do use this for a lot of storage. Here on the right side, we keep the air fryer and a couple of small appliances. The drawers in the middle, they're just filled with pens, sticky notes, notepads, things that we might need. And over to the left, more small appliances and extra coffee supplies.
Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid? I wish I could make you stay, 'cause baby I love you. Why you tryna break us up when I'm tryna build it up? I wish I could make you stop, 'cause baby I love you. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never get it right without you, no. I don't wanna step into the light if I don't get you, shawty. You bring out the sweetness of my life, oh yeah. Come on and give me that, give me.
Now, these next two cabinets are probably my favorite organization places in my entire home. I love the containers, I love the labels, and I just love how it's set up. And these are cabinets I really could just open up and look at, and they just make me happy.
You're leaving town, everything is upside down. Oh baby, I love you, yeah. Why you gonna leave when I need you the most? Wherever you go, I'll be there, you know. Don't be a stranger, don't be a ghost, 'cause baby, I love you, yeah. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight.
Now, this kitchen does have 2 ovens, so I cook with the top oven, and then in the bottom oven, I just keep a few extra pans. There's never really much in here. And underneath here in this drawer, well, I call this my baking drawer, and I try to keep all of my baking supplies that I need all together. And I really don't bake that much, but I dream of baking, and I want to bake more.
Come on and show me that, show me that, show me that you're the one.
Now, over here, across from my baking drawer, is my baking cabinet. Now, although this looks like several cabinets, it's not. It's just one here on the end. So I try to keep all of my dry ingredients or anything I might need for baking on these shelves. And then on the very top shelf, I do keep drink packets, iced tea packets, cocoa packets, things like that.
Your body and I love you so, baby I do,
I mentioned up in my bathroom how much I love using bamboo for storage, and I've used it a lot here in the kitchen as well. As far as my utensil drawer goes, I know this doesn't look real neat and tidy, but this is usually as good as it gets. I do use this bamboo divider, and I do try to keep spoons and spatulas on one side and everything else on the other. I realize I'm pretty much talking nonstop and I'm being a very chatty tour guide, so I'm just going to quiet down for a bit and let you look. Now this next cabinet here, I have had trouble with in the past keeping it organized because it really goes behind the dishwasher and things can get pushed way to the back to the dark abyss. So I try to work on keeping this decluttered, but in full disclosure, this middle shelf right here, it's usually a little bit more crowded because I have several pitchers on it, but right now they're all filled with lemonade and tea in the refrigerator. So this really is a little bit deceiving because it looks a little bit more vacant than it usually is. Now, normally I wouldn't open up a cabinet just to show you my garbage can, but what I really want you to see is the little container in the bottom. Now, several years ago, I started storing all of my grocery sacks in a little Clorox wipe container. No more sacks laying around, and you would not believe how many of those little sacks you can pack into a Clorox wipe container. Now, this coat closet has been a work in progress. It is still pretty full, I know that. But you know what? My husband is a hoodie person, so this closet is always going to tend to be a little bit more on the full side than the empty side. But switching to the ultra thin hangers, it was a game changer. And even just decluttering 1 or 2 hoodies every now and again has made a world of difference. Now, this little cabinet right here by the garage door does serve several purposes. I love yard flags, and I love to change them for holidays and occasions, and it's real convenient to keep them here because I could just grab them and head out through the garage to change them. And then the 2 bottom drawers, well, they're organized as his and hers, hats and gloves. Now, even though this is my laundry room, I store so many different things in here. I have a makeshift pantry. I keep extra cleaning supplies in here. My junk drawer is in here. The roasters and crock pots are in here. Workout clothes, swimsuits and towels, storage containers, baskets, vases, and of course, laundry supplies.
Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen.
Now, under this sink, I do keep extra cleaning supplies plus a little caddy of specific cleaning supplies because the powder room we walk by has absolutely no storage. It's a pedestal sink, so it's the one bathroom / powder room I don't feel like I can keep any cleaning supplies in, so I just keep the caddy stocked. That way I can grab it and go when it's time to clean the powder room.
Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it.
Now, right here by the front door, I do have this credenza, and I do keep some things in here, but not too long ago, I decided I'm going to set up a system, and I decided I'd keep all of my greenery in the left cabinet. I would keep maybe small decor pieces, things that I like to trade in and out, maybe in the dining room or my kitchen tray or the coffee bar. I would keep that in the middle, and then on the last cabinet, I would call it my smell good cabinet. So in this final cabinet, I keep all of my candles, wax melts, things like that.
Only know I want the best of us. So I dance the night away when nobody.
Now here in this front living room, there's not a lot of organization going on. There's a coffee table, end tables, a side table. They all have drawers, but the only drawer with anything in it is this drawer. I keep pens and paper, a few essential oils, and a bottle of water because it's so much easier to fill the diffuser over by the window with a bottle of water than trying to drag in a cup from the kitchen. Now, before I even open this door, I know you guys are going to tell me I have too much in this buffet. The buffet needs decluttered. It still needs some work. And friends, I know you are 100% correct. This buffet is too crowded. I have keepsake dishes. I have Christmas dishes. I have placemats and runners. Way too many placemats. Now, the thing was, the buffet I had before that I traded out for was a lot larger. So when I downsized, I did declutter a lot, but I still have too many items for this size of a buffet.
Could be the last to stay. Dance the night.
Well, I'll show you the office and then we're headed down to the basement. Now, this is a small office that my husband and I share, so I've had to be creative about storage. I used to keep things hidden in this ottoman, but I have decluttered enough that I don't have to do that anymore. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but I have used several of these under-the-shelf wire baskets here in my home. I had one in my kitchen for plates, I had a couple in the pantry, and I have this one for paper here in the office. I just love them, and you can use them for anything.
Night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away when nobody's awake. Could be the last to stay.
One thing that has really helped here in the office, especially this bottom drawer, is getting this little gray zip-up case that holds all of the electronic supplies. This drawer used to be full of cords and adapters all over the place. Now it stays neat and tidy in this little zip-up case that I got from Amazon. Now, before we leave the office, I did want to show you this. Even though I don't store anything in the gray cushion ottoman anymore, I still do store extra paper and envelopes in this ottoman. Well, we're on the last leg of the tour. We've made it to the basement, and not too long ago, I did a major declutter of this dresser. I had tons of pictures, picture frames, decor pieces hidden away in here, so it has been decluttered, and all I've done is keep a few frames and put all the pictures in a plastic sleeve, so now all the drawers are empty except for this bottom one right here. So my guests have ample storage if they want to use the dresser. And then over here in the closet, the top shelf, I keep extra things for guests that they may need. But the bottom shelf, it's been changed. Now it's used to store baby items that our grandchildren have grown out of. Now, this is the guest bathroom, but it is used by us and our grandchildren a lot when they are here a few days a week. So it is arranged a little bit differently. Now, normally I wouldn't put the cleaning products up so high on a top shelf, but since I want to keep them out of reach, this is the best solution. And yes, that was another lazy Susan. I don't even know what my tally is with those right now. But I do try to be mindful when I am organizing and stocking the bathroom. I try to keep paper products as close as I possibly can to the toilet, just in case. And I try to stock it with things that my guests may need or forget. Now, I keep some big bottles of products in the tub, but I always like to have small samples because I feel like people will use those, and they know since they are small samples and there's so many of them, that's what I've left them for. I left them with the intention of them being used by a guest. Now, this bedroom does have a lot of hidden things in it. The closet, I do use it for extra decor, but I do try to leave room for visitors to hang their clothes if they need to, and I try to make sure that I have extra pillows and blankets in the closet. But this closet, it's an area I struggle with. And if you're new here, I'll just be completely honest with you. It may look bad to you, but ask anyone that's been around. It looks real good because recently I just decluttered it. So it's an area I definitely have a problem with. And this dresser, well, I do leave the top drawers available, but really it serves as our audio library, so to speak.
Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss.
Now, there's no real organization in this workout room, but since I'm showing you all the rooms, I thought I would show you this one too.
Off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is
I mentioned earlier that our grandchildren are here several days a week, so this kitchenette really does serve as snack central. Meals and snacks are made here, so this one cabinet, it's pretty well dedicated to that. I do try to keep everything organized by dividing it and corralling everything in these clear containers, and so far it's been working pretty well. And this cabinet over here, it just holds random entertainment items.
and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world. And anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. And tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world. And anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. Follow me away, 'cause we can't stay here. Let yourself go, you got nothing to fear. You'll never be alone, let the highway be your home. 'Cause I'll go where you go. When you fall down, I'll get you back up again. Babe.
Now, this long set of lower cabinets, I love this area, but as much as I hate to admit it, I think we're about ready to outgrow it. Ooh, I don't even like saying that, but this area holds all of our markers, crayons, coloring books, the children's crafts, flashcards, activity kits, all of our games, all of our puzzles, you name it, it might actually be in here. And I recently have gotten some new educational games that I need to find a place for, got to turn them vertical, get them in the lineup. But I will say that keeping all of our games and puzzles vertical has made it so much easier to keep this cabinet organized. Two places left to show you, and then we are done. This place right here, my storage room, it's my least favorite place in the house. I do have things labeled in big totes. I do know where everything is. However, I do struggle from things trickling down and accumulating on the floor. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is to have things on the floor that I have to navigate around.
You are the hunter tonight. I'm right here dodging the light, but nobody knows who is there.
Okay, friends, if you've made it this far, you've made it to the end. This is the last area I need to show you, and here is where I truly do need your help. Now, I do have a few things stored underneath the television. I've got DVDs on one side, and here on the other side, I've got children's books, but this isn't my problem area. My area is the corner. The problem is I used to be able to conceal all the toys in this one gray storage ottoman, but now I have extra toys in the clear tote. So hidden storage, it's not a thing anymore because nothing's hidden. And then I have these totes with smaller toys that I feel need to be separated, like a tote of blocks, a tote of toy food, of cars, action figures, and I'm losing all this little table space because I'm stacking all the totes there. And you've seen I really don't have a lot of extra room in my lower cabinets by this little table, and I'm not really a fan of putting them in the storage room and taking them out on the days the grandkids are here, but I could do that. But that of course means the totes would go on the floor, and we all know that drives me bananas. So I would just like to consolidate a lot of the toys, but I'm not quite sure how to do it or where to do it, and I really would love your suggestions. I'm just looking for a neat and tidy solution. Well, Tidy Uppers, that's a wrap for today. I know this video's gone long, so I'll make it short and sweet. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care of yourself, and until I see you in the next one, stay tidy.